Hello everyone. Alright, so we're back. Still looking at the same spot that Michael Steinbacher was looking at in this video, right down here. I didn't want to play the whole video again, but I do want to play a short sample, probably 2 minutes long, to take you out to the Earth. We have this up on both spots. You can zoom out and start to see the features where he describes the patterns of the yin and the yang. One's coming in here, the other's coming around here, and I'll let Michael talk, and I will come back and explain a bit more.
Mountains, and they're all black and gnarly looking. I've seen photographs here where they referred to the mountain as the terrible black. But you can see these patterns developing around the yin yang. And I guess it could be a coincidence, but it kind of looks like the center of a hurricane. And if you look at it with terrain, you can start to see the mountains. So they surround it here, and then there's more mountains up here going to the east. These are the Himalayas coming out of this lobe, as I like to call it, of mountains. And you have Iran down here on the other side, almost like a mirror image, going up to the northwest. And it continues. So you have what looks like a mirror image to a degree, with mountains coming out of here, surrounding this, swinging down this way, and actually up more. And then they come out of Iran, they come across Turkey, they go across the Black Sea, which has 50,000 feet of sediment in it, and the Eastern Mediterranean, which has 50,000 feet of sediment in it, as if these were great basins that were filled in and almost leveled off, and maybe even started to grow, as this might have been happening. This comes over through Romania, Bulgaria, comes over Italy, and it kind of swings around in a real sharp hook. So this might be a process that happened within the memory of people. Because while this was happening, apparently, there were people down here in Egypt or Sinai seeing a pillar of fire, pillar of smoke to the east. And in India, I've asked some mythologists with the group, did people see anything to the west that might have been similar to the pillar of fire, pillar of smoke? And one of them said that Indra was a man of fire and smoke that was seen to the west over the Himalayas. I think, well, gee, maybe somebody was watching this looking west and somebody's watching it looking east, seeing something over Afghanistan that's creating these mountains that are similar to the mountains that go up through Canada and down through Mexico that surround the lobe in the southwest U.S., which I spoke about in Albuquerque during my talk in March. That's the first video in this series. So, is this possible? There's some other.
Okay, um, coming back over here, there's a lot Michael Steinbacher said that I really want to talk about. I want to go back and even show you. There is a twisting filament that's like wrapping itself through the earth, pulling in the sea. Um, it kind of looks something like this, where it's going in and out and wrapping around, and another current braiding through our actual earth as this is all taking place. If that sounds crazy, it's not, because what he was talking about in the Americas, this is the same spot where he started on. And I'll show you just, here's the actual image on Earth. I believe I gotta zoom out a little bit for it to even show up. This is one photograph. They say it's a volcano. It doesn't look volcanic. I agree with Michael Steinbacher on that, but these are very distinct features on the surface of our Earth. It's not. We can find this place again at any time. We know this map pretty well. There's that yin yang feature where one current comes in, the other goes out, and up and around. And I'm going to take you over to the Americas where he talked about, but you're not going to expect the way that we get there. So you see this twisting filament. There's a twisting filament up here. There's one Z pinch coming in here. This is coming back around, up and in. This comes up, over, and in, and back around here. Up here, you got to zoom out one more. If we're going to stay on that spot, and you see it a little bit more. This is kind of twisting in, twisting in, twisting in, come back over here. Imagine this wrapping itself through our actual Earth as this is all happening. Here is one Z pinch. It comes, okay, you got this down here, comes back around, up and in, into around here. This comes up in to around here. This comes up into around here. This comes up into around here. Did I already do that one? Because yeah, these two come into here. This one comes into this region, or this, yeah, this, yeah, and then this one, yeah, you got to start up here to get down into that, wrapping back into there. So it's pulling in. You see what I'm saying? It's not, these are very distinct features, but on a massive scale. And the Z pinch is right over that spot that he was looking at. It's right down here. Zoom back in so you can see it. Here it is, and it's right in line. But when you zoom out, you actually notice there's this plume up from this pinch back here. Okay, so I'm going to take you over to the continental plates of Antarctica, and you can see there's this yin yang pattern, and all this up here comes up around here by Australia, and this comes up in, squiggles in up here through South America. Now let's go over to here on this map. This is the same spot. I'm going to zoom out. There it is. There's one Z pinch. Up, in, up, in. Twisting in here. Very distinct. Here's a semicircle about the size of the moon. Relative proportion. This coming directly in this way. Twisting currents. Gaussian sphere. Blah, blah, blah. Okay, so we're going to come back down around here. See this? This is coming in. Come back down around here. I think there's probably a better map than that, but that does give you some good features. I like this. This one kind of shows you there's like these distinct band, but this gives you an idea of where this is more. This is, so there's your yin yang pattern. If you can see it, that'll help. We're going to follow this line up here on the Earth. I'm going to zoom in. So this current wraps up in, comes out here, wraps over here, follows up in here, and these are really gnarly features. This is the dragon, basically. It's wrapping in here, and you got to understand, as if there's a demand to move electrons in one direction and you're ripping free electrons off this, there's also going to be positive charges accumulating, which causes, so you got a current moving in this way, you got another one moving in this way. But think about that and how the matter is going to react. The two different, you got land, you got water, come in here. These are really, really gnarly features. And this is like what you see in some of the glaciation process where it's very distinctly carving, and you got these perpendiculars, and it's distinctly acting on the land. Like you got polarity. As the two charges have to react, you get one side versus another, but you also see these really gnarly filaments sometimes that'll pop out like this. That's the dragon. All this, this is the scale. But now you come up in here, this is the scale. This is the scale. This is the dragon right here. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Very distinctly, it's running through this land, and you can see it's like there's the waters are helping shape the land, as the same thing with the charges. The charges are shaping it too. So you got a lot of things going on here. This is the dragon. You come up here, look at this. This is, I'm being dead serious. This is the dragon, people. If this one has to be longer, we will. We'll make it a little bit longer because this is intense. Now, right here, you get this wrapping around up in here, but this is also where you get that branch off. Zoom out a little bit so you can see it, so we're not cheating. This is where you get part of this is coming over here and wrapping around, and part of this is temporarily disrupted as the waters seem to be rushing in. This is the spot where they can break through the easiest and come in on the other side. And again, you can zoom out, especially on this map, and see how stuff is coming in. You got two potentials that are coming in right here, branching in to the Amazon River, and that's what I was talking about. This comes in directly back in line with all that. This comes back in line over here, and this like traces out to Australia. All these very distinctly. Talked about Hawaii already, and these are the lines. This is the sprite I see, and I originally didn't see what Michael Steinbacher was talking about, but you can see it temporarily. It gets disrupted here and down here as the charges needed to balance. I'm going to zoom back in. We can follow up through the sea or the land, and it curls back in and up here. This bulges out but still comes back in, and you can see this is, and then it comes right back up in here. This is the dragon. There it is. Oh man. Oh man, there's the sprite. And here's where in this area you get two distinct bands. But these are running like across the surface at a mass scale. This is Four Corners. And Michael would note that there's a vortex in what's going on here. And that would be expected if these are two distinct bands right here. You can scroll up. There's the low pressure. Hits more resistance, fractals out, and then continues to fractal through. that's a big area, but then when you scroll out, this is the spot, like, directly as far as it'll let me go, but right in line with the scar over there. But we're gonna take a different route. You want me to take you through part 2? Yeah, we'll do that. Okay. See you in a second. Bye-bye.